major protein is apple. 100. Parehas sila ni DLDL. Ay, ni IDL. Wait lang. Major composition. Oh, tama. Composition with 50% cholesterol, mostly 25% protein, 20% phospholipid, and only traces of
VLDL, IDL, and LDL all contains apple, bean, apple B 100. Yung chylomicrons natin kanina is apple B 48. Okay. Next, we have your high density lipoprotein. It is produced by your liver and your intestine. Meron siyang tinatawag na reverse cholesterol transport because it removes your cholesterol from the tissues and it goes to your liver. Yan. So, your cholesterol.
Ibabalik niya pala. Mas mataas. Chylomicron, VLDL, IDL, LDL, and HDL. Si chylomicron is galing siya sa small intestine. So, magpuproduce siya ng chylomicron, then pupunta siya sa cell, tapos magkakaroon ng chylomicron remnants. Tapos na yun yung process niya. Ang major lipoprotein niya, apolipoprotein niya is ApoB480 or B48. Basta number lang. The next si is VLDL. Pero wala, hindi ko naman naabutan yung VLDL. Girl. HDL is clear. Apple. Production, liver and intestine, kasi mababalik siya, functions, reverse cholesterol transport, the process by which excess cholesterol is returned from issues with paano din may intestine dito? Mali. IDS.
Cholesterol or sa screening, meron tayong increased home cells. Ang risk for atherosclerosis is mataas din. So, the major TB, study, yan,
Ano ba?
issues, and it goes to your liver. Yan. The smoke,
Ano ba ano ito? Discord.
meron siyang subpopulations. We have HTA and we have discoidal and we have spherical HTL. HTL2 is the most cardio-protective. Sa HTL natin, remember, nagmamigrate siya sa alpha region of your electrophoresis at ang main na lipoprotein present sa kanya is ApoA. Tandaan natin yun, ha? Main lipoprotein is the ApoA. Your ApoA is the activator of your LCAT. Ano nga ulit yung LCAT natin? It is the enzyme that activates for the esterification of your cholesterol. Question.
Chylomicrons found in the intestine. May yan yan. Is ApoA. So we have ApoA1 and ApoA2. Particles that contain only ApoA1 are most important for the efflux of cholesterol issues. HDL. Two particles fall into the apple. One. I think only
It is the enzyme that activates the
esterification
your
of cholesterol.
Question. De la Peña Rosman.
Intestine.
Okay, letter C. Mamadali lang. Which
apoptosis is found in HDL? HDL. Apo. Before ano? HDL. Apo A.
type of protein is found in your HDL? Wala na tayong choices.
Apo A.
Santos.
Apo A1 and Apo.
Kung wala na si
A.
Santos.
2.
Sige, Valdez. Ashton. Okay. Which type?
Good cholesterol, lipoprotein is considered. Good cholesterol is high density lipoprotein.
What protein is considered good cholesterol? Raise your hand. Itos, Maria Beatriz. Okay. Paunahan to ah.
But patient with elevated LDL levels is at increase of which condition have arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis.
A patient with elevated LDL levels is at increase of which condition? Raise your hand. Lakpay Carlos. Lakpay Carlos. Okay.
Tama. Okay. Which lipoprotein is responsible for? Which lipoprotein is primarily responsible for ano yan? Something cholesterol transport? Ah?
Which lipoprotein next? Wait, paano na yung kamay? Which lipoprotein is primarily responsible for reverse cholesterol transport?
Reverse cholesterol transport. Reverse HDL. May puputin ba siya? Major HDL.
Vizcara. Ikaila.
Tama. Okay, next is which lipoprotein is primarily involved in delivering triglycerides to adipose tissues and muscles? Chylomicron.
Which lipoprotein is primarily involved in the delivery of triglycerides to the adipose tissue and muscle? Raise your hands.
Napanunaw yung pinupukas. Dun, 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 dun. Sige, i-change again. Five minutes or 4 minutes. Ay, shucks. Sikat. tutulungan Okay, tapos naman natin. Nakakain na tayo dito. Next is apple. Apple lipoprotein. Oops. Apple lipoprotein. Protein portion. The protein portion of the lipoproteins functions and helps maintain the structural integrity of lipoproteins, serves as a ligand receptors for cell receptors, activators, and inhibitor of various enzymes involved in amphipathic alpha helix structure. Accounts for the ability of these proteins to bind to protein proportion of lipoprotein portion. Lipo
These are the protein portion of your lipoproteins. It helps maintain the structural integrity of your lipoproteins. It also serves as a ligand or receptors for cell receptors, activators and inhibitors of various enzymes involved in lipid metabolism. Okay, let's look at ApoA1. This is the major lipoprotein for your HDL. It activates your LFAT. LFAT is used for esterification of cholesterol. Ano ang purpose ni ApoA1? It is an index.
May ka na mag-talk, ma'am. Saglit lang. Lecithin cholesterol acyltransferase. Lecithin cholesterol acyltransferase. Okay. Used as index for the amount of anti-atherogenic HDL present in plasma. Low levels are associated with increased cardiovascular risk. Low levels are associated with increased
Of the amount of anti-atherogenic HDL present in plasma. So kapag mababa siya, increase ang risk natin for
cardiovascular atherosclerosis.
Pero kapag mataas siya, yung risk natin for atherosclerosis ay bababa.
Pag high,
Next, we have
Apo
Meron tayong dalawang ApoB.
A1,
We have ApoB48
low ang
and
risk for
ApoB100. These are the major proteins found in
arteriosclerosis.
your
Tama ba?
LDL, VLDL, and kailan we have natin for us ang re-identification of cholesterol. Ano ang purpose ng ApoA1? It is an index of the amount of anti-atherogenic HDL present in plasma.
Low
So kapag mababa siya,
Apo A1,
increase ang risk natin for atherosclerosis. Pero kapag mataas siya, yung risk natin for atherosclerosis ay bababa.
Apo B.
Next, we have ApoB. Meron tayong dalawang ApoB. We have ApoB48 and ApoB100. These are the major proteins found.
Si B48 is sa kilomicrons. Okay. Apo B, major proteins of LDL, PL, and kilomicron. Okay. So we have Apo B100. This is found on LDL and VLDL. Facilitates LDL receptor binding for cholesterol delivery to tissues. Elevated levels are linked to is it atero? Artero. May atero ba? Atero. Ayan. How about artero? No, it's atero. Link to atero. Sclerosis. Next is Apo B48. Okay, so for Apple B48, it is exclusively found in chylomicrons and produced by post-transcriptional editing of the Apple B100 mRNA, essential for chylomicron assembly and secretion. Deficiency leads to fat malabsorption disorders. For the Apple, tayong Apple A, we have plasminogen like protein that is found in atherogenic lipoprotein particles called lipoprotein A the LPA
LDL, VLDL, and yung chylomicrons. Alamin natin to. Elevated levels facilitates LDL receptor binding for cholesterol and delivery to the times. Elevated levels are linked to atherosclerosis. Increase ApoB100 is risk for atherosclerosis. Exclusively found in chylomicrons, yung ApoB48 natin. Deficiency leads to malabsorption disorders. So, huwag natin i-memorize natin at i-analyze natin siyang mabuti, ha? ApoB100 is present in your VLDL, LDL, and your IDL. Therefore, mataas ang it facilitates yung binding
mataas
ng
ang
cholesterol to your
tissues.
Kaya kapag mataas ang content niya, ibig sabihin mas mataas ang risk niyo for atherosclerosis. Ang ApoB48 naman, kapag it facilitates yung transport of your triglycerides. Ang deficiency niya will lead to fat malabsorption.
Wait lang. Apo B48 is nakikita siya sa chylomicrons. So, si chylomicrons is mas mataas yung tag niya compare sa cholesterol. Yun si chylomicrons, diba? After ni chylomicrons, meron tayong VLDL. Si VLDL, mas mataas din ang tag niya kaysa sa chylomicrons, pero yun is galing na siya sa remnants ni chylomicrons. Doon na siya nag-start, which is after nun magkakaroon na ng IDL, which is intermediate density lipoprotein. Sa intermediate density lipoprotein, doon is pantay na ang cholesterol and triglyceride, pero doon is may density, magkakaroon pa rin ng atherosclerosis. Then after nun ni IDL is meron tayong LDL. Si LDL pareha sila ni LDL pareha sila ni IDL tsaka ni VLDL, na ang main apolipoprotein is si ApoB100. So, pag mataas ang cholesterol, kasi nga mas mataas na yung cholesterol level nila compared sa triglyceride, mas mataas ang risk na magkaroon ka ng atherosclerosis. Yun, di ba?
triglyceride transport. Now, meron tayong isang minor lipoprotein. ApoB siya by nature, pero it migrates like an lipoprotein A. Okay? Last means na dyan lipoprotein that is found in pro-atherogenic lipoprotein particle
Ang hina mo magsalita.
ApoB involved in triglyceride transport. Now, meron tayong isang minor lipoprotein.
ApoB siya in nature.
By nature, pero it migrates like an lipoprotein A.
It migrates
Last means na
like
dyan lipoprotein is found
apolipoprotein.
in pro-atherogenic lipoprotein particle called lipoprotein A. Ito, mga kapatid, ApoB siya by nature, pero nagmamigrate siya sa
Apo A.
A.
Called
We will discuss this further mamaya. We will discuss this further kapag napunta tayo sa abnormal lipoproteins. Next, we have ApoE. This serves as a ligand for the LDL receptor.
have ApoE. Present in chylomicrons, VLDL, and VLDL, IDL, and HDL. Serves as ligand for the LDL receptor and the chylomicron receptor. Helps in clearance of chylomicron fragments and very low density lipoprotein VLDLs from the bloodstream. Isoforms ApoE2, E3,
Saan yung susi? Yung susi. Sa baba? Hindi na doon kay Uncle. Sabagay, hindi naman ito ako kung saan yung kote.
affects lipoprotein metabolism because it
Ay, hindi ko pa na ng palengke. Kaduplicate na lang sana to. Yung susi dito mismo.
Mag-duty lang.
Ha?
Mag-duty.
Kunin mo na to. Di ba uwi ka naman dito? Bigay na lang dito sa... Yan yung susi dito ah. Dito mismo sa atin.
Hindi sa
Pero yung kay Uncle.
may not increase risk of developing type 1 to 3 hyperlipoproteinemia. Is beta lipoproteinemia or broad beta disease. We have ApoE4 for Alzheimer's disease.
And chylomicron receptor. Again, LDL receptor and chylomicron receptor. So in other words, cholesterol and triglycerides, yun yung ano ba to? Yun yung function niya. Tinatransport na yung dalawa. Helps in the clearance of chylomicron remnants and very low density lipoprotein from the bloodstream. So, if it helps in the clearance of your chylomicron and your PLPL, an increased level of this one will lower yung triglyceride and cholesterol. But if found to decrease, tataas yung trigly and cholesterol natin. ApoE2 increases the risk of developing type 3 hyperlipoproteinemia or beta-lipoproteinemia, and ApoE4 is associated with Alzheimer's. ApoC naman,
It's a major protein of PLDL. And chylomicrons, minor protein of HDL and LDL. Activates lipoprotein lipase LDL. 4 triglyceride hydrolysis deficiency causes hypertriglyceridemia.
activates your lipoprotein lipase. So, kapag decrease ang levels niya, tataas ang trigly level natin. Kasi hydrolysis of triglycerides ang pinag-uusapan natin. So, kapag hindi siya present or deficient siya, nag-accumulate ang triglycerides in the bloodstream. Hindi siya na-degrade or na-metabolize. So, ma'am, yung memorize po ba namin dito? Not the molecular weight, not anymore the plasma concentration, but memorize the function and memorize which lipoprotein, saan sila nakikita. Kasi pagka aware kayo kung saan sila, kung ano ang function nila, pagdating nyo dun sa lipoprotein disorder, lipid disorders, mas madali na lang siyang i-memorize. Apo A, ito, Apo B100, Apo B48, Apo C2, Apo E, Apo A. Memorize all of this. Review questions. What is the main apolipoprotein in your LDL?
Main apolipoprotein in LDL. LDL, LDL, LDL. LDL. LDL is Apo B100. Main apolipoprotein found in LDL. I'm not mistaken. Ikaw siya.
Raise your hands. Uy, wala na. Pastara. Tama ba? Pastrana. Apo B100. Okay.
Primary function of apolipoprotein A. Ano yan?
What is the main lipoprotein function of your Apo A1? Raise your hand.
Si A1.
Valdez Ashton.
Wait lang. A1. A1. Ano si A? Anong function ni A1? Sa HDL siya. So, yung, ano yun? Transport excessive cholesterol back to liver. May term dun eh.
Ma'am, it's your activator of your LCAT number. Let's acid transfer.
Okay. Acyl transfer.
Activates LCAT. Kasi yun naalala ko sa kanya. What apolipoprotein is crucial for the clearance of chylomicron remnants. Crucial for clearance, pagtanggal ng chylomicron remnants. ApoE?
What apolipoprotein is crucial for the clearance of chylomicron remnants? Raise your hand. Wala, nakalimutan na. Ashley Pasqua. What is the primary structural apolipoprotein of chylomicron? ApoB48. What is the primary structural lipoprotein of chylomicrons? Raise your hand. Pare-parehong tao. Ramirez Angela. Mount Apo B48 po. Okay. Seal transferring.
Ma'am, it's your activator of your LCAT number. Let's cholesterol. Acid transfer.
Okay. Acyl transferase. Okay. What apolipoprotein is crucial for the clearance of
Ano yung
chylomicron? Okay.
Lecithin cholesterol acyl transferase. Lecithin cholesterol acyl transferase.
Acyl transferase. Okay. What apolipoprotein is actually part? Okay.
So we have lipoproteins. Yes.
Okay. Now we go to your abnormal lipoproteins. Anong oras? Uy, sabihan niyo ako pag 10 o'clock na. Okay, 9 o'clock na. Let's go to your abnormal lipoproteins.
We have minor lipoproteins. Lipoprotein A or LPA, also referred to as the sinking red beta lipoprotein. Kasi nga, it is not in nature na ApoB, pero parang gumagalaw siya at ApoA. So production is in liver. Composition LPA is similar to L to LDL in terms of density, meaning higher ang cholesterol niya compared sa triglyceride, and meron siyang density lang naman daw, hindi size. Ay, God. Ang sakit na. Oh my God. And overall composition and can be thought of as an LDL particle to which apolipoproteins A has been added, linked to apo B100 via this disulfide bond. As a sinking pre-beta lipoprotein. Composition LPA similar to LDL in terms of density and overall composition can be thought of as an LDL particle to which the apolipoprotein has been added, linked to ApoB via disulfide bond.
So, lipoprotein A, or yung tinatawag natin sinking pre-beta lipoprotein. Bakit siya sinking pre-beta lipoprotein? Kasi, meron siyang, it's supposed, LPA is similar to LDL. LDL, where is LDL migrates in the beta region, tama ba? However, nagmamigrate siya sa pre-beta region. Pero in terms of density, magkapareho sila ng LDL. Aware tayo that LDL has more cholesterol
Then
compared to your
triglyceride.
was your pre-beta to your VLDL. Okay? So,
Pre-beta.
and overall composition can be thought of as LDL particle to which apolipoprotein A has been added, linked to ApoB100 via sulfide bond. Okay, kaya siya pre-beta lipoprotein kasi meron siyang ApoA na naka-attach sa ApoB100 nito. So kapag nakita natin itong increase sa bloodstream natin, since same siya ng density ng ng LDL nito, increased risk of atherosclerosis. Okay? Ayan. nabanggit na natin po, electrophoretic mobility is free beta, kaya siya tinawag na syncing beta lipoprotein. And then we have lipoprotein X. We have lipoprotein. Kaya siya tinawag na syncing beta lipoprotein. And then we have lipoprotein X. We have lipoprotein A, now we have lipoprotein X. Lipid accounts for more than 90% of its weight, mostly phospholipids, unsterified cholesterol, and very little esterified cholesterol. Proteins primarily is apostate and smaller amounts of albumin.
Cell transfer is wala lang S. Okay, specific.
Abnormal lipoprotein found in obstructive biliary And in patients with familial LCAP deficiency. So, ano ang tatandaan natin? Lipoprotein X is a marker for obstructive biliary disease, and in patients with familial lecithin cholesterol acid transferase deficiency. I think this is Fridrickson classification number 1. And a specific and sensitive indicator of cholestasis. So, obstructive biliary disease, cholestasis, ano sila?
LDL.
They go along. Next, we have floating beta lipoprotein. Ito naman, kanina diba sabi natin, ang VLDL is a free beta migrator. Kaya lang siya, meron siyang density na kagaya ng VLDL, but it migrates in your beta region. Naintindihan natin?
Hindi. Also refers to as the abnormal to refer as the abnormal floating beta VLDL characteristics. It has a density of VLDL by ultracentrifugation that migrates with LDL in the beta region during electrophoresis. It is found in type 3 hyperlipoproteinemia or this beta lipoproteinemia. Hyperlipoproteinemia, and this beta lipoproteinemia. Also known as, it is also known as the VLDL rich in cholesterol due to the defective catabolism.
Ang density niya ay VLDL, pero nagmamigrate siya sa beta region. Okay, it is found in your type 3 hyperlipoproteinemia or your this beta lipoproteinemia. This means that this is a VLDL that is very rich in cholesterol. Uulitin natin. This is a VLDL rich in cholesterol. Okay? So,
Okay.
question.
A fasting serum sample from an asymptomatic 23-year-old woman was examined visually chemically. Mas mataas ang tag. So, may chylomicrons and VLDL. Hindi ko letter B to. Wala naman si ma'am.
Magandang araw, ma'am. Yung ating so, okay, we will skip this one. Yung ating questions. Or we can answer. A fasting serum sample from an asymptomatic 43-year-old
daw?
Tandaan natin, BLBL, BLBL and HDL or LDL. So the answer to this one is letter B.
Oh, tama ako.
Okay. Tandaan natin na although your triglycerides, although your triglycerides gives you milky serum, or yung chylomicrons gives you milky serum, mataas din kasi ang concentration ng cholesterol level niya. So, hindi lang chylomicrons ang nagpo-cause ng milky appearance niya, kundi yung triglyceride content din ng ating BLDL. So, dalawa sila, remember, there are two lipoproteins that transport your triglycerides. We have your chylomicrons and we have your BLDL. So, both of which contains triglycerides. Triglycerides are the one that causes your milky appearance ng ating serum. Okay. So,
A 1-year-old with hyperlipoproteinemia and lipid lipase deficiency is the following lipid profile. So, mataas ang triglyceride, milky. Ano to? Cholesterol, mababa, mataas ang LDL, pero mababa ang HDL. Milky. Wala.
Is a 1-year-old girl with a hyperlipoproteinemia and lipase deficiency. So, lipid lipase, ito yung nag-hydrolyze ng ating triglycerides. So, alam mo natin kung ano ang increase sa bagay na yan. So, the cholesterol is 300, LDL is decrease, HDL is decrease, triglyceride is increase, and present ang chylomicrons. So, the sample contains predominantly creamy layer over cloudy serum. Okay,
No.
creamy layer because of the presence of chylomicrons. Cloudy serum pa rin because of the presence of triglycerides. Increased number of triglycerides. Okay, now we go.
May notes pa sila na ano? BLD. Fredrickson classification. Okay. Mag-cook muna.